Well, most of our conversations these days revolve around food one way or another. What's for dinner? What are you snacking on? And of course, not to mention all of the jokes and memes on social media about gaining the quarantine 15, a play off of the freshman 15, of course. And joining us today is diet expert and Dr. Ian Smith, who you often see on the Rachel Ray Show, to give us some strategies on how to avoid packing on the pounds. Dr. Ian, thank you so much for being with us.
Tati, always good to be with you. I wish I could be with you in studio, but here we are.
I know, soon, soon, I hope. First of all, how are you and your family doing during this stay-at-home order?
We're doing great. We're taking advantage of it, actually. We're going to try to make lemons into lemonade. We are being productive. We are getting outside with social distancing and exercising and eating and cooking new recipes. So we're going to make the most of it. I think that people should take this time to reset and focus on themselves and see if they can work on improving things they've been wanting to improve for a long time.
All right, so I know you're super disciplined, but are you allowing for a little fun cheat food while you're staying at home right now?
Well, absolutely. I just baked chocolate chip cookies the other day. You know what I mean? And what's interesting is that in my new book, Mind Over Weight, I talk about how to control your environment and what you can do once you have control of the environment. I think this is a perfect time for us to be able to do that, right? We're all sheltered in place. We don't have many places to go. So this is a time that you can actually control your environment and allow yourself, a little cheat foods. That's not a problem. I never tell people they have to be perfect, but try to do better 70% of the time.
Mhm. So what should we have in our homes or swap out on our grocery list to stay healthy during this time?
Yeah, well, I always talk about cravings, and chapter 4 of Mind Over Weight is called Crush the Cravings. We all get them. Cravings actually, Tati, are temporary. They actually go away 15 or 20 minutes if you don't give in to them because they're mediated by a neurotransmitter called dopamine in the brain. And what the dopamine does is it says to your body, oh my goodness, this tastes so good. I want it again and again and again. So if you can't outlast that craving, which is 15 or 20 minutes, then try some swap outs. I brought here some watermelon with some crumbled feta cheese. So if you crave salty and sweet, this is a great option. If you're craving just salty, the book shows you can have things like edamame or seaweed snacks. Also, hey, everyone likes sweets every once in a while. In the book, I talk about having chocolate covered strawberries or chocolate covered bananas. You can make them right at home. Takes 25 minutes to do it yourself. And if you're craving savory, hey, not a problem. Have hummus with some raw vegetables. You get tons of fiber, you get the protein, and it makes you feel full longer.
Yeah, I noticed that about hummus. It keeps you super full for a long time. Now, let's talk about immune boosters and how those play into all of this, especially right now.
Yeah, there are certain foods that are great at boosting our immune system, and we need to have strong immune systems, particularly now. So I talk about mushrooms. They have tons of B vitamins and polysaccharides, really, really strong boosters for your immune system. You can also try things like turmeric and ginger. Ginger in particular is full of antioxidants. It boosts the immune system, and it's also anti-inflammatory. And then, of course, there's good old-fashioned broccoli, right? Tons of B vitamins, 1, 2, 3, and 6. And you know what? People don't realize that broccoli, a cup of broccoli, has as much vitamin C as an orange. So really, really healthy for you. And of course, things like garlic, extremely good for you. Good also for your blood pressure, by the way, not just your immune system. So there are all types of immune boosting foods you can buy and get those phyto or plant nutrients to get you ready to attack any kind of foreign substance that enters your body.
I completely agree with you about the immune boosters. I've got ginger and turmeric in the fridge as we speak. But one thing I want to touch on is I think people are going to be really comforted by hearing you say that it's important to be good 70% of the time and not feel like they have to be perfect all the time, which brings me to your new book, Mind Over Weight. Tell us about the book and how this gives different strategies to help people take control of their weight.
Tati, I've been wanting to write this book for so long. We always talk about good exercise plans and good meal plans, but we never talk about what's in those 6 inches between your ears. And that's really where it really starts. That's page 1, is you have to understand that you need to have mental strength. So in the book, I talk about finding your motivation and keeping your motivation. How do you set the right goals for yourself? What is actually the right diet plan for you? How do you crush your cravings? How do you boost your confidence? How do you fix your relationship to food? All these things are so germane and important, especially now that we're under so much pressure and we're sheltered in place. And so I want people to realize that, yeah, there's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of difficulty, a lot of tragedy, but that doesn't mean we can't do the right thing and make ourselves better. And so in Mind Over Weight, I take you step by step how to get your mind tough so you can attack whatever goals or whatever endeavors are in front of you.
Dr. Ian Smith, thank you so much. Great tips as always. We appreciate you joining us.
That's right. And follow me on Instagram at Dr. Ian Smith, spell the doctor out, IAN Smith. If you get a copy of Mind Over Weight, I'll send you a free download link to one of my workout DVDs you can do right at home.